Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stands. I'm Mark Goldbridge. We're hot. We're hot. And it's a very, very hot day for us today. But it's also a very difficult day for Manchester United. If you've seen the team news, my God. Look, all I'm going to say here is, and it's a very easy thing to say, the team news is shocking. Absolutely shocking. I will get that up on the screen for you straight away. Because it's incredible really how little players we've got available. I don't really know what to say. It's incredible really. And where's the team formation? Oh, it's all coming in now. Thank God for that. I don't know what's going on here. I've gone live early and I don't have anything ready at all, which is, not helpful, but there we go. Right, let's get ready. That's the Man United team. It looks like Scott McTominay's playing instead of Bruno Fernandes. Amrabat is playing next to Mainu, which in some ways I think is better than Eriksen. There is no Bruno Fernandes. There is no Marcus Rashford. They are not even in the squad. Don't want to look at the Arsenal team because I'm looking at the Manchester United team. Fucking hell. Why is my live sidebar not working? There's nothing in there. Oh, fucking hell. Let me go. I just want to look at the Man United team. There we go. Fucking hell. We've changed the system and I hate it. I hate the new system. It was way better before. I'm not an advocate for change. I'm just not. It was much better before. So look, we've got the live score now. Great. So that's the team news for Manchester United. We've just got to get behind this team. I'm not getting behind the changes to this system, but I'll get behind this team because there's not a lot we can do. And look, you're going to get your Luckhursts, you're going to get your certain social media influencers, you're going to get your mainstream pundits, you're going to get your call-ins, you're going to get all of that stuff going on, of course you are. But end of the day, there is no logical explanation for what United are about to do today because there is no so it's just not a very good team is what I'm trying to say. And I find myself sort of like heavily sort of engaged in the hope that we can win. A lot of people saying play like you mean it. Well, you know what? I think that's just honestly, I think that's bollocks. I genuinely think that sort of statement is bollocks. And I'll tell you for why. Play like you mean it. I mean, look at the team. This is not about passion. It's not. And you can't just sit there and go, play like you mean it, play like the badge matters. There is a very big issue here. It is a skill issue. You've got Johnny Evans and Casemiro at centre-back. You've got a right-back at left-back. You've got Amrabat playing with Mainu and McTominay in a midfield three. We are playing the best team in the league with Manchester City. They've got the guy that's probably going to win Player of the Year, in my opinion, Declan Rice. Saka's one of the best players in the league. Odegaard's one of the best 10s in Europe. They are they've got the best defence in the league. And people are saying, play like you mean it. That's not going to be enough, I'm afraid. That's just not the problem. The problem is that we just do not, amazingly, have a squad. And it's really, really frustrating. And I know, look, I didn't know Beth said it. I get it. Look, if they don't turn up, I mean, that's presumably what Beth's saying is if they don't turn up, then, they're going to get a load of stick, of course. But what I'm saying is even if they do turn up, and we all expect it, even if they do turn up, do you really think we're going to beat Arsenal? We're going to need... I don't know, because football doesn't work like this. The reason we don't see this Man United team as one of our favourite teams is because it's just not very good. And I think that's going to be the big issue here. Paul, fuck off. Fucking idiots. I'm not in the mood for idiots tonight. We'll just block them, moderators, please. The chat is going absolutely wild. You can tell it's going to be a big game. Okay, God, no wonder we're getting so much fucking chats going on. The time is fucking rubbish. Come on! Bloody hell. Here we go. This is the sort of idiot I'm talking about. Mr. Wilding says, are you serious? They're experienced pro footballers and we've done it against Liverpool. Mate, come on. Go and watch the bloody Your Garden Grow. What are you talking about? If you are one of those idiots today that are going, if we lose this, I can shout Ten Hag out, then football's just not for you, mate. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, But looking at that team and then looking at the bench, which I'll read to you in a minute, we've got no... I'm not to say we've got no chance, but we shouldn't be putting expectations of we better beat Arsenal. You know, we better beat them, because it's going to be very, 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 very difficult. It's a team of misfits again, and it was a team of misfits against Crystal Palace, but it's even weaker now. But look, I've got to put this tweet out. Okay, let's just do that. Lovely stuff. Okay, I want to read the bench out to you as well, because it's rather incredible. Man United. Here we go. Okay, so the bench is this: Bienda, Amas, Camboila's back. Oh, you mean? Well, I wonder why Camboila's not playing. Actually, obviously he's probably not fit. Camboila is back on the bench. Ogunye, Collier, Ericsson, Forson, Anthony, and Wheatley. I mean, there's Anthony and Ericsson on that bench, because obviously Ahmad is starting. And the front three is quite interesting, you know. I mean, it's quite refreshing for a change not to see the chat going on about Ahmad. It's, you know, he actually is starting, so that's a good thing. But yeah, there's nothing on the bench. There's nothing on the bench. The women were winning 2-0, Ryan, the last I looked at it. So big shout out to them in the Women's FA Cup final. Mark, people came to the watch along from the pre-show with play like you mean it to mean we want to see effort today. We fully are rubbish, says MPB. Yeah, but look, what I'm saying is, like, playing like you mean it won't win this game today. Like, Arsenal are too good for that. Like, I get it. There is a minimum that you would expect from some of these players that we haven't always seen, and Ten Hag said it himself. But today's going to be very, very difficult. Please wish our mate Kieran a very happy birthday. He's worried about the game today. P.S. We had a cracking time at your show in Clapham last year, says Henry. I loved the Clapham show. It was brilliant. Muzzabar says, no excuse. This team has got Premier League experience. You know what? I'd rather those idiots fuck off. And I know it's blunt on a Sunday, but I can't be doing with that today. This is about supporting your team, getting behind your team in a David versus Goliath fashion. And if you are coming here today moaning already, saying we should be beating Arsenal with that team, then you should go and take up golf, because you've got no knowledge of football. You're an absolute turd. You've got no idea. That team would never be picked. Nobody. Brentford would laugh at that team. Knocked on the door of Luton. They'd laugh at it and say, fuck off, there's not even got a stable for you. It's an absolute misfits team. You cannot look at that team and say, it's got Premier League experience, it should beat Arsenal. That is just people out there who really want to moan when we lose about Ten Hag losing his job, and they want to find an angle before the game's even kicked off. Hoyland and Ahmad may get some service in right moments from each other. We may do well if McTominay contributes to the defence. I'm a bit worried about Anil. I'm a bit worried about where McTominay's actually playing, because as a number 10, you know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to wander into those areas and he's going to get in Rasmus's way. But look, in a way, he hasn't got a clue how to defend. So at least you've got Amrabat next to Mainu, who... Look, Amrabat must be shit in training, because I don't understand why Amrabat's been playing... Why Eriksen's been playing over Amrabat when Eriksen, you know, couldn't mark a bloody piece of paper with shitty hands. He's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I don't know how bad Amrabat must be. I mean, that in itself is a concern, but then he's put Amrabat in instead of Eriksen. So let's hope we see something from him. In relation to Amrabat, he did play in the 0-0 draw at Anfield. He did play in a reasonable performance against Bayern Munich in the Champions League as well. Hope dies last. We're united at Old Trafford, says Ruddy. Look, I will make this pledge to you today. First of all, I'm not conceding the game to Arsenal in any way, shape or form. Absolutely not. No. They might want to win the league. Not my problem. I want them to win the league, but I don't want us to lose to them. So go figure that one out. Second of all, looking at that team that's playing tonight, this afternoon, I'm just 100% behind it. It's about, you know, ultimately it's about players who are fit. It's about players who want to put a shirt on. Rasmus is 21, Garnacho's 19, Mainu's 18, the bench is full of teenagers. You know, I'm just 100% behind this team, because yeah, I wouldn't want some of those players anywhere near a United starting lineup. You know what I think about McTominay. I think we should sell him. But if we didn't have McTominay today, back from injury, what would we do in that midfield? It would be a bloody mess. So look, you've got to get behind these players. And look, I'm really disappointed that Bruno and Rashford aren't fit. And we don't know what those injuries are now, because Rashford's basically been out for what's approaching a month. So what was the Rashford injury? Apparently it was a knock, and now he's been out for a month. What's the Bruno injury? Apparently he was close to playing against Palace, and now he's out for another week. So are we keeping them back for Newcastle? I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with regards to these injuries. And it always is a little bit frustrating because we never get told. This is Africa. Thank you. Welcome to the Members Club. Kian, I'm not reading your message out, right? Because this is free and you can go and watch something else. So if you don't like it when I disagree with somebody, go. This is not the BBC. You don't pay a TV license. It's YouTube. Go and watch something else. Who are you complaining to, you moany little prat? I don't like it when you disagree with people and undermine them. Well, go and watch something else. I don't care. I don't think anyone else cares. It'd be bloody boring if I sat here and agreed with every chat, which would literally lead to contradiction in 2 minutes as one person says one thing and one says the other, and I sit and go, yeah, I agree Delo's crap. Oh no, someone else says he's brilliant. I agree Delo's brilliant. Like, mate, come on, grow up. Idiot. And you've had it now. Never thought I'd be relieved seeing McTominay starting in the lineup, but here we are, says Rhea. All they need to do, says Brendan, is prove us wrong with a respectable scoreline. Some of them should prove why they're better than others starting, says Brendan. It's going to be really difficult, Brendan. It's going to be really difficult. I mean, look, let's get this Arsenal team on the screen, because I haven't even looked at the Arsenal team, because in some ways it's quite irrelevant. But they've gone with Havertz, who's done really well up front. They've gone with Trossard, who's taken Martinelli's place. Saka on the right, Rice, Partey and Odegaard. It's just a really, really good team. A really good team. And there's no escaping that. It's hard. It's going to be really hard. As somebody said in a group chat I'm in, Arsenal are going to come really hard, which makes you think you might be watching something else. But what they meant is Arsenal will just be absolutely relentless. Goal difference is still something they'll be looking at. They're going to come at us, and they're going to come very hard, as the person said. I mean, you look at their bench compared to ours. We've just got a bunch of kids, and Eriksen and Anthony. They've got Ramsdale, Jesus, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, and Nketiah, Kivior, Jorginho, Zinchenko, and Vieira. And for me, if you are somebody who's a negative Nelly, moaning about that United should be winning this game and that they're Premier League players and they should be able to get a result, just look at their bench compared to, well, look at their starting 11 compared to ours, then look at their bench. It will magnify enormously just how fucked we are at the moment, because their first team has got rhythm, structure and ability, which we don't. And our bench is a bloody joke. Their bench, we would take every player off their bench and probably play them. Like Smith Rowe would probably play as our number 10. Martinelli would certainly start. All right, I probably wouldn't start Nketiah over Rasmus, if I'm being honest. But we'd play Kivior. We'd certainly play Jorginho. We'd play Vieira. And we'd certainly play Zinchenko. So everybody on Arsenal's bench virtually starts for us as well. It's a pandemic of injury, if that even works. And it is going to be very, very difficult for us today, certainly. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. Look on the bright side, Ahmad is starting, says Rhea. Yep. And Humphrey says, what's important is how we play. In possession, transition, and out of possession, we can be tight and be a threat. The guys at the stadium believe. Thank you very much. Yeah, look, it's going to be really hard. I'm certainly not in any way, shape or form downing tools on this game. That's not something that we should be doing at all. It's a difficult game, but look, until it starts, you never know. You never know, do you? So I think we've got to certainly give it a go. And why is this not? Oh God, I hate this new system. I absolutely hate it. Right, I'm sending a message. Okay, I think it's working again now. Um, 2 seasons, second trophy incoming in Ten Hag, I trust, says Cornelius. Welcome to Members Club, Mr. Wilding. Mohammed says, I just want United to put in a good, solid performance and try plus any news on which players are back from injury and the women are 4 up. I've got no idea about injuries, Mohammed, unfortunately. I don't. I haven't bothered with any of that for a few weeks now because United have sort of closed shop on that. I really did expect to see Bruno and Rashford today, and it was a shock to me when neither were involved. I can't wait for the Scooby-Doo masterclass. Who knows, maybe you could get a brace. 2 seasons. Okay, Cornelius. Look on the bright side, Ahmad is starting. I'm just hoping we at least stay in the game. Good luck to the youth. I hope they get a good showing, says SK. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I've said that more times than I'd like. We're following Arsenal's rebuild so similarly. They stuck with Arteta and played the youth. We should stick with Ten Hag and get the toxicity out. Oh, sorry, I'm having to sort stuff out there that I really shouldn't be doing when I'm live. Okay, there's the league table. I mean, I'm not looking at the league table massively. There's the Man United lineup. Yeah, Ahmad. We've not even spoken about Ahmad. Ahmad on the right, Garnacho on the left, and Rasmus up front. Look, it wasn't a bad front 3 against Crystal Palace, apart from the fact that we didn't create anything. I mean, Arsenal are probably, I would say, going to have about 70% possession tonight, this afternoon. Score prediction, Mark, says LC. I've gone 2-0 to Man United because I'm an absolute idiot. See, Kian, I'll call myself an idiot if you're sensitive. Yeah, I think it's going to be really, really difficult to win this, but I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Manchester United because I'm a prat. Because I'm ever an optimistic, and you know what? I feel quite loyal to this team who really are almost gladiators against lions in the Colosseum of old in the Roman days. It feels like it's going to take something like Maximus Aurelius organising his men against the odds with a baying Colosseum expecting us to get beaten. Please do subscribe, by the way. We're only 8 subscribers away from 863,000, so please do subscribe, get involved with the channel. Yeah, I think it's going to be... the midfield is where the game will be won and lost. I said that this morning, that the reality is that will be where the game is won and lost. And ultimately, you would expect Arsenal to dominate that area because they've got a very, very good midfield. Declan Rice, Odegaard. They're actually better now. They've got Thomas Partey back in the last few weeks than they have been all season. I actually quite liked it when they had Jorginho come in there. I really didn't think it worked for them when they had Havertz in, but I think now with Partey in there, they're even stronger. Declan Rice has been brilliant this season. As we know, Samuel Pratthurst asked Ten Hag why he didn't sign Declan Rice, which was never a possibility for us because we had John Murtough in charge and we didn't have... we were way too slow on that. Arsenal were getting that deal sorted months before the summer transfer window. So he's a very good player, Declan Rice. Odegaard, for me, is how a number 10 plays. And are you worried about Bruno, Mark? I mean, look, I can't go back on what I've said. I think there are players that could be fit if they wanted to be. I think there are players that could easily play today if they really wanted to, i.e., I think if this was the FA Cup final, there'd be certain players available. Now, whether it's a tactical thing from United to say, don't rush yourself back, keep yourself back for the FA Cup final. We already know Martinez wants to play and Ten Hag has said no. There may well be others. There may well be other players who just don't fancy it. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what Bruno's injury is. I don't know what Rashford's injury is. I don't know how far Varane is off or Lindelof's off. We know Luke Shaw had a setback. Mount got injured another. So let me go through this, and I'll probably miss players out. Luke Shaw, Malacia, Martinez, Varane, Maguire, Lindelof, Bruno, Rashford, Mount. There's 9 players that would probably start for us. And obviously, I don't think Scott McTominay and Johnny Evans are fully fit. Rick, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. This will be nasty today, says Sadsack. Good luck, guys, says Haratu. Our ladies are winning 4-0. The men will lose 4-0, says Alex. And Carrie says, Mark, if it hurts if City win the league. However, losing to Arsenal today hurts more. We need the points. Look, Carrie, I genuinely do not give a flying toss about Man City winning the league. If Arsenal don't win today, they won't win the league. It's as simple as that. They just won't win the league, because when you look at the league table, here it is. They are 2 points behind Man City with 2 games to go. And if we draw with them, they'll be a point behind Man City with 1 game to go. And Man City are not going to not win one of their last 2 games. So Arsenal have to win to keep their chances alive. I don't think that Man City are going to drop any points anyway. It's not my problem that Man City are going to win the league. I predicted that Man City would win the league at the start of the season because they've got the best squad, they've got the best manager, they've got the best players, they've got the best budget. Man City winning the league is not going to be the end of the world for me, because I predicted they would win the league anyway. And even though Arsenal have been absolutely fantastic, and Man City, for me, haven't even been that good this season, they certainly weren't at the start of the season, they're still going to win the league, because the league is boring. So it's not my issue as a Man United fan that it's not our job to help Arsenal win the league. It's not. I think we'll lose anyway, but it's not our job to help Arsenal win the league. And if you're saying, do you want to lose to help Arsenal win the league? Absolutely not. No. Arsenal are going to have to earn it, and I'm sure they probably will. Can you call my friend Ilias a Pratt, says Delusional Unicorn. Thank you very much. Good luck, says Haratu. Thank you very much for that as well. Thanks for all the super chats that are coming in as well. Lee Cape Town says, Glory United, win or lose, I'll always support our team. Have a great game, and to all the haters, have some heart and respect the team. I hope every United fan is going to get behind this team. I hope they are. And Sai says, you could still finish 6th. Well, if we won today, we would be joint with Chelsea and Newcastle on 57 points. If we won today, I can't believe I'm even thinking that. But, yeah, we've got Newcastle on Wednesday night. Yeah, if you finish 8th and you lose the cup final, we're not in Europe at all. If we finish 7th and we lose the FA Cup final, we'll be in the Conference League. If we finish 6th and we lose the FA Cup final, we will be in the Europa League. So, yeah, a lot of it depends on what happens in the FA Cup final for us. Johnny Evans and Casemiro, or Jones and Smalling, says Joe. Jones and Smalling are better than Evans and Casemiro. Surely everyone agrees with that. Hoping for a miracle, says Obi, but I'd rather Arsenal win the league. I'm just waiting, hoping on a big summer from Ineos. And I'm sort of the same as you, mate. If Arsenal beat us, they beat us. But I'm not going into the mindset of wanting them to beat us. That's what I'm saying. Hi, Mark. Did you know that Man City are a juggernaut and that the Premier League is boring? Not sure if you've mentioned it, says Fabled. Well, I'm not. The fact that it's winding you up proves my point. Best managers can't win with this side. Can't say in out with Man United B side, says Steve. Oh, but they will. They still will, Steve. People will still say that. Hi Mark, I've done that one as well. Pratt request. 32,000 people watching. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We were very close to 863,000. Thanks everybody who's tuning in as well. Let me just get this up and running as well. I've had a few issues over the last week or so with technical changeovers, but that looks like it's working, which is good. I'm sensing a typical Arsenal bottle job, says Hamad. You know what? We are not Arsenal fans, hopefully. I mean, we probably have got some Arsenal fans tuning in, but we're not Arsenal fans primarily. So, but what I will say is, and I didn't really want to say it, but I will, because live by the sword, die by the sword. If Arsenal's title race ends today because they lose to United or they draw with United, and you look at that team that we have got playing for Manchester United today, then I think Arsenal have been brilliant this season, but they should be beating that team. It's the same as Liverpool in the Cup. They should have beat us. Like, they actually should have beat us. The team we played against Liverpool in the Cup wasn't good enough to beat them, and it did. And Arsenal should beat that team today. So I wouldn't necessarily say Arsenal are bottle jobs if they don't beat us today, but they should be beating us today. It's Sunday, Mark. The trolls will be plenty, says Park. Of course, it's a Sunday. Yeah. Forgot about that. Amrabat could be playing at centre-back, says Mad Boy. McTominay could play at centre-back. We needed to remember these awful times because when we're back, the world is going to know it, says Nick Warren. Pete the Meat, welcome to Members Club. And even Peter Schmeichel has raised the same concerns regarding Højlund not getting enough service and the amount of injuries United currently have, says Reese. Yeah, well, I agree with Ten Hag. You've got absolutely no knowledge of football if you don't acknowledge the injuries that Manchester United have got today. It's absolutely critical, absolutely incredible. Sean Dunn's done a super chat and said, "Why I'm confused why he's not swapped Casemiro for Amrabat when he's quicker and more mobile. I'm Ten Hag in, but why is he still playing him at centre back?" says Sean Dunn. Well, I think the reason he's playing him at centre back, Sean Dunn, is because the Casemiro's not been very good in the midfield. I mean, I spoke about this on Friday night, and I'll say it to you again. Give me names of players that have had such a big drop-off as Casemiro from last season to this season. I mean, he was my player of the year last year. This year, he's been absolutely terrible. I suppose you can say Rashford, as we said on Friday night, but not only have we had a load of injuries this season, and we have, but we've also had two of our best players completely have a personality transplant in relation to their ability. So there we go. My mate believes a good manager with these injuries could win the title and everything is Ten Hag's fault, says Connor. Yeah, there are idiots out there. Mad Boy, welcome to the Members Club. Love that. Get your badge in. Thanks for your support. Appreciate that. Thanks everyone who's tuning in on TikTok as well. We are a lot of people asking for a score prediction. I'm an idiot. I'm looking at Odegaard. I've gone 2-0 to Manchester United because loyalty has no bounds for me. So, yeah, I've gone with a 2-0 win for Manchester United. And I'm an absolute prat for doing it. Reality, Arsenal fans, I will say to this to thee. You could win this game by 6 or 7. You know, you really could. If Palace can put 4 past us, Arsenal for me are the best team in the league. I think Arsenal are better than Man City. I just think Man City's experience is going to get them over the line. But I think Arsenal are the best team in the league, certainly since Christmas. So, yeah. Yeah, fair play to Aaron Hunt. What was he? Hanging around with Sidemen Simon and Cal Freezy. And now he's hanging around with Wayne Rooney. And he's a really nice bloke as well. I messed that one up. I've seen it. I don't know what it is. And it definitely wasn't Cal Freezy. Anyway, I fucked that. McTominay leading the boys out. Arsenal have lost already, says Robbo. Look, we want to see what Beth said. We want to see a bit of passion. We want to see a bit of... somebody said they want to see a bit of meat. No, that was Pete the Meat. We don't want to see any meat. We want to see some passion. And that's what we need to see from Manchester United today. Thanks for the follow, Jamie, on TikTok. Thanks everyone who's subscribing on YouTube as well. Absolute legends. Let's go United, says Dan Middleton. Thank you very much. And Arsenal could reverse the 8-2. Look, what we haven't spoken about is how would you approach this game. If I was approaching this game, I'd go like this. I'm off. See you later. I'm injured. I'm back again. Yeah, I think some United players probably have gone, oh, Gaffer, my calf. Oh, Gaffer, I got out the car and I think I got stung on the calf and now I've got a pulled calf. I'll be all right for the FA Cup final because I want to play in the Euros. But I don't fancy Palace away, and I don't fancy this today. But how would I approach this game today? Well, it matters not, apart from the fact we're conversing together. Khalid, thanks for the follow on TikTok. But I think we've got a team that's so good in possession. I think a lot of you might get your own way today. And what I mean by that is a lot of people have been moaning for a while, saying, why are we playing so open? Why are we trying to play, you know, a high line and then a low line, and it leaves so much space? I think, I don't know for definite, but I do think he probably will play a little bit more conservative in the sense that Arsenal will have a lot of the ball. So really, you probably should see United play a little bit more congested. But on the other hand, where's the counter pace for that? You know, Rashford's brilliant for that. You can play deep and you can hit long with Rashford and Bruno, but you can't do it. I don't know how. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know how we're going to play today, because I've seen us under Ollie and I've seen us under Ten Hag occasionally sit in deep, be compact, try and hit on the break. But we saw it against Liverpool and we didn't have Bruno, so we couldn't hit the long ball. And we haven't got Rashford today, and we haven't got Bruno. So that long, oh, that looks like a lovely pint of cider. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'm not too sure how we're going to approach today. Mr. Ben Gibbons, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. It's time for us to get that 8-2 back today. Mark says, why is the match not on? It's like it's 29 minutes past. Get it on, for God's sake. Get the game on. Bloody hell, I'm on main event, that's why. Why have they not started it? Here we go. They're having a cuddle. They're having a huddle. And it's live. Right. Let's get ready to rumble. First 5 minutes. Normally you'd say you're going to find out how Man United are going to play in the first 5 minutes. I think it's going to be a long old afternoon. I mean, the last time I watched United and enjoyed it, that's a question. There's a question for the chat. When was the last time you enjoyed it? Because I think it's going to be very, very hard today for United. But we're up and running. The timer's up and running. And I'm ready. Are you ready? Certainly I am. And it's Arsenal straight on the attack. Johnny Evans is playing at centre-back with Casemiro. And Mainu loses the ball straight away. Gabriel very high up the pitch. Odegaard into the box. McTominay clears it away. Delo is playing at left-back. And we need to get physical here in the first few minutes. Johnny Evans. How long will they last? I mean, I saw that. Somebody on Twitter said that today. The thing is, how long will Casemiro and Johnny Evans even last? Thanks for all the follows, Troy. Appreciate that. But here's Saka into Havertz. Why is Johnny Evans slipping over there? Fucking hell, lads. Straight away under the pressure. Good defending by Ahmad. Honestly, what do we get out of this game? I never want to lose, but if we win, then we give City the league, and if we lose, then we lose to a rival, says Robert. Mark, can you give me a kiss, says Sook. We just got to go for this. We could get a shock result, says Tristan. Are you looking at getting guests on Saves Football in the future, says Matthew. Yeah. And the podcast, yes. Sean Dunn says, unless we play for each other, they're good at corners, actually. Hold on a minute. Arsenal are very good at corners. Base Cowboy, thanks for being a member. Flicked onto the back post. Oh, the routine nearly worked. They're very, very good at corners, Arsenal. I've said it 3 times because they are. And United just about... Well, we don't get out of it because that's a crap ball by Garnacho. Unless we play for each other, get back out, help each other. If we don't, can't see it going any other way, says Sean. Mr. Ben Gibbons, welcome to the Members Club. Northeast B says it's time for us to get that 8-2 back today. That bench for United makes you think they're playing the third round in the FA Cup. Incredible that it's actual bench against title contenders, says Bart. Our 11's better than theirs today. No excuses, says Robbie. United need to impose their will, says Unban. There is a chance we don't get humiliated. That being said, I don't see how Eric can do anything else. Red Devil Stan says, Eric Ten Hag is a gambler. He is putting everything on FA Cup. I truly hope it pays off. Why didn't Ten Hag try youth at centre-back? Can't do any worse, says Mark. It's going to be tough. I have 3 acres of grass to cut before I can catch the game. Flying on this tractor, says Colin. Bloody thinks he's bloody Caleb. Think with younger players, less experience, they'll actually listen to Ten Hag, so we'll play okay, says Pete. The meat. And Man United's women have just won the FA Cup, says Tony. Based Cowboy welcomes members club. Well, it's all Arsenal here. Thanks for the follow, Percher. LFC for life. What are we doing? Why are we not hitting it long? Why are we trying to pass out from the back in our own bloody penalty box here? Early shot there. Saka straight at the keeper. Why would you, when you're Johnny Evans there, why would you not just blast this? Watch. What's he doing? It's one of the worst balls out from the back four I've ever fucking seen. Why would you not just blast the shit out of that? Relieve the pressure. Come play the game, I'll test you. That's the ball. No, it's gone for a fucking throw-in. Johnny Evans has been very busy early on. Dilo and Marco, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Legends. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Come on, Casemiro, step forward. Oh, nearly got Rasmus in there. Look, I'd rather City have it and we win. Rasmus slip in there. Sonny says, look, I'd rather City have it and we win and have some dignity left than handing it to Arsenal. If they wanted the league, they needed to take it. At least Manchester area celebrates and London cries. There's a good interception by McTominay, and I don't know what Rasmus did there. I think he must have slipped. Yeah, he slipped. Fuck. It's a shame. We do the same mistake versus Brighton against City, says John. Thanks for the follow, Sareem. Here's Rasmus. Overhits it, but goes for a throw into United. A little bit of possession is good. Watch all these so-called injuries disappear in the FA Cup final weekend so they can go and play in the Euros. Ten Hag in, player pair out. Scottish FM. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the follow, Margle. And Eric. They will. They'll all look, maybe they want to go to the Euros. Also, they'll want to play in the FA Cup. Ahmad, nice little touch. Good play. Bit of confidence for him. Well done. Well done. Nice to see Amrabat dropping into the back three as well. Are you watching this as a sporting event or a comedy show, says Donny? Mate, every part of me wants a beer, but I'm trying to be good. I've got some matches coming up over the next month, so I'm trying to just limit. I'm out tomorrow night, so I'm just trying to limit my drinking. Congratulations to Man United, ladies FA Cup winners, says Ian. That's great news. Oh, good ball into Garnacho on the edge of the box. Go on, go on, go on. Oh, blocked. Wan-Bissaka into Ahmad. Oh, he could have dived. Corner, 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 corner. Yeah. Good play by Garnacho and then good play by Ahmad. Not rushing, trying to get the shot up. Mark, love you and your energy. Also, my boyfriend used your code to get Manscaped, but he accidentally cut the yard a bit while trying to cut the grass. Garden is red now, says Sayo. Well, it's virtually impossible to do that unless he's got a small one. Ian says, congratulations, thank you very much. Ryan, thanks for the follow. So, corner to Man United. We're crap at corners, and I can't actually think of anybody who's going to get on the end of a corner here. And Arsenal are very good at defending corners, so Ahmad's got it on the back post, though. Ahmad. Still Ahmad. Still Ahmad. Still Ahmad. Amrabat. Ooh, bad pass. Now they're going to break. It's going to take you on. It's going to take you on. Well done, Amrabat. Well done, Amrabat. Well done, Amrabat. Good start. Good start by Amrabat. I'm quite liking him. I'm going to give him a tweet of encouragement. He started off quite well. Declan Rice on McTominay. Send him off! It was a bloody red. Send him off. Got Marisma's top on. Fingers crossed. I'm liking wingers right now, says SK. Well, you know what? For the last 5 minutes, we've actually had a bit of possession. Arsenal started off exactly the way you would expect, but referee, I thought that was a foul there on Rasmus. Here's Saka. Corner. I've always noticed this with Man United strikers. Martial, Rashford, Ronaldo. We never get free kicks for defenders coming through the back of us. And Saliba went through the back of Rasmus there. It was a definite foul. It's no longer the club, it's the players who have depressed us this season. Garnacho, Mainoo, Rasmus are the only bright sparks, says Barry. Some nice early touches by Ahmad, says Daniel. Right, we've got to be careful here. Arsenal very good at corners. I'm going to say that about 50 times today. And United terrible at corners. Goal kick. I mean, Gabriel did get it. Yeah. Set pieces are something that, you know, you've got to give Arsenal huge credit for, considering they're a very good team, but they're also very good at set pieces. They all count. Frostbite says, please ruin Arsenal's season. Drake and user666, thank you very much for following on TikTok. Legends. Ahmad's looking confident. That long ball's... I don't mind that long ball every now and again. Jamal and Tommy, thanks for the follow as well. Shout out to Shark Kit. Matthew says, I bet Arsenal win 3-0. Well, Rio, thanks for the follow. It's probably... Ooh, nearly. Raya very quick off his line there. That's the sweeper keeper for you. Mistake by Arsenal and Declan Rice, but Rasmus and McTominay were never going to get there before Raya. Supporting United, would you rather that Arsenal or City win the league, since it won't be United this season, says Nerdy. Look, I want Arsenal to win the league, but not at the expense of Man United winning this game. I can't do that. I thought I could, but I can't. And I won't. That's it. Close him down. Close him down. Raya. Long kick. Well done, Delo. Lovely play by Delo. Delo's playing at left back, by the way, up against Saka, which is... I don't know about that one. I mean, Wan-Bissaka's the better defensive player. But Wan-Bissaka's better at right back and Delo's better at left back. So, tell you what, Amrabat started off all right. He's playing the holding midfielder role, which is allowing Mainoo to play as the 8, which I think is absolutely essential. He's dropping in between the two centre-backs a lot. We've got no pace in the team, you're right, Con, but I'm quite happy with the way that we've started, in the sense that we know Arsenal are going to have a lot of the ball. We know they're better than us. And we've actually started off probably better than I would have thought. And we're actually moving the ball around much better systematically than we have done for a while. Oh, be careful there. Play on. Yeah, play on, ref. Let's see both and London teams beat by United today, says Simon. Mark, name me Arsenal's 5th and 6th choice centre-back. This is what we have to put up with, and the reason Ten Hag needs one more season, says Ben. I don't know who their 5th and 6th choice centre-back is. I mean, we've used Varane, Martinez, Maguire, Lindelof, Evans, Camboire, and we've got Casemiro. So we're on our 7th choice centre-back at the moment. Thanks for the follow, SB. Arsenal not really got going yet. Started really well in the first couple of minutes, but United have done okay so far. Still a long way to go. Luke Shaw could play centre-back as well. Yeah, he's injured. I'd say it's fair to say that Casemiro is probably 8th choice centre-back. Johnny Evans would be 5th. Well, 13 minutes gone and it's 0-0. Let's all have a barbecue. Let's all have a disco. I didn't know that. Arsenal's win ratio at Old Trafford. Lovely play by Delo here. Lovely play. Slip him in. Slip him in. Slip him in. No, Rasmus was the ball. He should have slipped Rasmus in then. Good play by Delo. Based Cowboy says, hi Mark, been watching since I was 15 and just turned 21 this week. Happy birthday, mate. And that is football heritage. You're right. Your show has only got more entertaining over time. Thanks for all you do. Scooby-Doo embrace incoming, says Based Cowboy. Well done on being 21. And let's hope that somebody can score. We've got a corner here. I mean, I don't hold out much chance of us scoring from corners today. And Arsenal do clear it predictably. Wan-Bissaka goes all the way back to Onana. Do you rate Davis from Ipswich, 24-year-old left back? I don't watch enough Championship, mate. I'll admit. Ahmad is adding movement and vision we've lacked. Also, contrary to football opinion, Luckhurst Amrabat is not abysmal, says Mr. Dude. And where has this Amrabat been all season? Drops in wanting the ball. I don't understand why Amrabat's not been used more. I'd use him every single time that we've used Eriksen. Like last week, I'd play Amrabat over Eriksen. I don't understand it. I know he's obviously limited, but we have seen him play a few times this season, and he's been better than Eriksen. So I don't really understand why we haven't seen him as much as we have. I mean, he's not been good, but he ain't terrible. Mainu. Wan-Bissaka. Into Amrabat again. I'll tell you what, the good thing about Amrabat is he's had a lot of the ball. And Delo shoots over. Where is Bruno, says Jacob on TikTok. He's not even on the bench, mate. Neither's Marcus Rashford. And which Arsenal player would you take in the United team if you had free choice of any of them? Oh, Cream. I'd take bloody all of them, mate, basically. I mean, any of their centre-backs, any of their midfielders. The only player I probably wouldn't want from Arsenal is their left back. Diallo is adding movement, done that one. Winchester, thank you very much. Welcome to Members Club. And McTominay's choice of passing is actually painful to watch. It's always backwards, said Mo. Thank you very much. And Thrylos says, I've been watching you for years. Thank you, mate. England are going to win the Euros, Rangers, but that's something very separate. United have done all right first 15 minutes, yeah. Would you take Havertz? Football Fan TV says, as a Jackson hater, he's so clear of Højlund, useless. Yeah, mate, I'm not interested in your Jackson chat. If look, I'll say this, Chelsea fans. Do you want a new striker or do you want to keep with Jackson? And that's the answer. And that's the mic drop. If you're so happy with Jackson, don't buy a striker in the summer. And they're suddenly choking on the water now. No. We still need a good striker, but he's just not as bad as we thought. Well, yeah, you bought him to be a striker. McTominay with a hospital pass there. Johnny Evans clears it, though. Thanks for the follow, the goated. I hope you keep Jackson as well. Political scientist says that McTominay has an unreal talent for finding the back pass. Hi, Mark. Hopefully we give Erik ten Hag another season no matter what, says Joseph. Thomas, the Tuchel engine is not good enough. Angrier Ginge, thanks for the follow. Oh, here we go. Odegaard and Johnny Evans reads the pass well. Casemiro, not a very good ball. Time for a bit of a stretch. Back's playing up a lot today. Watched Interstellar last night. My mate said, who's Stellar? I said I wasn't Interstellar. I said I watched Interstellar. Who's called Stella anyway? It's like Janet. You don't hear that name anymore. Odegaard on the attack. See, I like this about United. Deep line, Amrabat just in front of it. Compact. We're definitely more compact. Yeah, imagine if somebody had said to you this time last summer, this time last season when we just finished third, you'd be playing Arsenal in a year's time with Johnny Evans at centre-back and Casemiro. Scott McTominay will be your number 10. Nice ball into... Oh, good tackle, Casemiro. Get up, get up, get up. Oh, we kept it in as well. Good play by Gabriel, though. Positive start to the match. Why didn't we start this the way last week, says Constantine? I think we played a different way against Palace. We're playing, like I say, we're playing a little bit more compact. Also, I think against Palace, Johnny Evans wasn't fit. Eriksen played in that game as well. You know, Eriksen's many things, but he ain't a mobile midfielder who can put a tackle in. Mount played as well. I don't think he was fit. So there's 3 changes there straight away, which I think make a lot of difference. Quickle, thanks for the follow. I'm quite happy with this first 20 minutes. I think we've played really well, considering we've had... I want to just have a quick look at the stats. Why the fuck is Casemiro keeping Havertz onside? For fuck's sake. Why is Casemiro keeping fucking him onside then? What the fuck? Trossard should be fucking miles offside. Why is he playing on... Why has he not got out then? I've literally just been talking about how we're playing well and we've gone and fucking conceded. Really happy with Man United. Typical shit again because it's Casemiro. Fucking walking out. He's a walking bloody disaster the last month. Watch him here. Watch Casemiro here. Too slow. Too slow. He should be sprinting out. Absolutely sprinting out. That's fucking lazy, that is. He's slower than Michael Jackson on a fucking tractor. And it's well known that Michael Jackson couldn't drive. And he's also dead. So he'd be really slow in a fucking tractor. That is absolute shite by Casemiro. Absolute fucking terrible. He's fucking cost us there. Everybody's worse at hard work. That is fucking lazy. That is absolute joke. I mean, it's just literally given up. That is absolutely disgusting. I mean, you can't do anything when you've got players doing that. Because that's just sabotage. Like, you can't do anything. You just can't do anything. You can't build anything. Yes, it's a bad kick by Onana, but Casemiro has got to sprint out. He can't just fucking jog when Arsenal win the ball. He's got to sprint out. I mean, this is a guy that's won 3 Champions League in a row with Real Madrid. He was Brazil's best player in the World Cup. That's what I mean. Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Rafael Varane, Camboire, they're all going to sprint out there. You know that. I've played the game. I've played at centre-back. It's the most... Oh, fucking hell. I remember my granddad managing a pub team on a Sunday morning. And as soon as the ball Who remembers this? Who remembers this? You're playing football on a Sunday morning, pub football, right? Or anywhere. Any amateur football. Ball gets cleared. Out! Players, out! It's the most basic thing you get taught when you start playing proper football. When the ball gets cleared, out. As a centre-back, it's the time you sprint. You get them out. You catch them offside. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You know, how many times now has Casemiro cost us goals? The penalty, just walks up against Coventry and chips it down the middle. You can't put that on Ten Hag. You just can't. You can't put it on anyone else. He'd be fuming. He'd be absolutely fuming. Rasmus fouls Gabriel. Why don't we play McTominay at centre-back, says Deacon. You put in Camboire on at half-time for Casemiro. Ahmad and Garner look good at least, says Noah. Why does Ten Hag keep picking him there, says Dina. He's on 300 grand a week, mate. He should be able to do that job. Anthony would be a better fullback than Casemiro at centre-back, says Cody. I'd rather finish 8th than play in the Conference League, says Marcus. You missed my super chat, says Bailey. Sorry, mate. They do whiz through on a match game. At this rate, even the Saudis won't want him, says Danny. I'm definitely faster than Casemiro on a tractor, says Colin. He doesn't give 2 shits, Mark, and hasn't done for a while, says Darth Jack. Europe's gone now, says Leroy. Well, mate, it's not over yet. Keep your mouth shut, you're a jinx, says Rune. Well, Dara said this before we conceded. Hi, Mark. Let's hope we get the 3 points today. Defence could be worse. We could have Phil Jones with pink boots. I mean, I'd take Phil Jones. Dorian Davies, thank you very much for the follow. Bailey says, hope you're okay, Mark. I know you're getting a lot of hate and negativity at the moment, but ignore it. Watch you all the time. Bailey, well, I'm actually taking your advice because I don't know I'm getting a lot of hate and negativity. I genuinely don't. Thanks for the follow, Ian Hilton, and everyone on TikTok, and Dexter, and Scott as well, and Jackson, and Reggie, legend. Yeah, I don't know, but Bailey, thanks for the support. But I don't notice any hate and negativity because I do ignore it. Can't put that on Ten Hag. Who's starting him? Says 123. Do we get in Europa League if City win the league? And no, we've got to win the cup, Raz. Eric Ten Hag should play Amrabat at centre back and move Casemiro to CDM. But it's not like Casemiro's been playing well in the midfield. Vita says Wan-Bissaka was covering Trossard like a child. I mean, look, I will see it again at half time. I mean, a few people are saying Onana made a mistake as well, and that Wan-Bissaka could have marked better. But ultimately, I can't forgive what Casemiro's done there. It's the first thing you learn. You can't say he's not a centre-back. That's not the problem there. Anybody knows that. You've got to sprint out. You've got to sprint out. It's almost petty. Look, I don't know, and it's unfair. It's like people saying stuff about Rashford or any other player who's not available today and saying they just don't fancy it. We don't know that. And I don't know what the problem is with Casemiro. But I've noticed, from a player that I really like, he has got an air of what's the word? Negligence about him. over the last few weeks. I mean, against Palace, he cost us 2 goals. One, trying to run the ball down. Got tackled. First goal, flying in as a centre-back. I actually think McTominay would be better at centre-back, says Daryl. This performance by Casemiro is bordering on unprofessional, says James. But look, you know what though, James? Maybe he knows he's off in the summer and can't be bothered. I mean, look at that pass there. He's got 3 red shirts and he passes it to an Arsenal shirt. I can understand why Ten Hag picks him. There's a very, very good player there, but here's Arsenal on the break now with Rice. Good block by Johnny Evans. We're a bit ragged at the moment. That's the trouble when you concede. This performance... Saka. Oh, here we go. Ben White. And it just goes wide. Women FA Cup winners. Only trophy we might get, says Harvey. Why do you have an agenda against Leicester? What, Matthew, why are you even getting involved in a United watch-along? Fuck off with Leicester. No one even gives a shit about Leicester. I certainly don't have an agenda against Leicester. What are you talking about? Mark, come on, mate. Says memes. Okay, I'm not going down the road. Don't waste your time trying to talk about like that there are better players to play at centre-back than Casemiro. Like, yeah, everybody's injured at centre-back. We don't have a centre-back. Like, we literally don't have anybody else. So anyone who's saying Amrabat play at centre-back, then Amrabat does something and you go, should have played Casemiro there. Like, we don't have centre-backs. Eric Ten Hag used to be a centre-back. I'm sure he'd do better than Casemiro, says Rex. Oh, sorry about this. My live chat is popping off so much that it's completely slowed down. I'll restart it. It's a shame. It's a shame to concede a shit goal because actually we were doing okay. But you can't afford to gift teams like Arsenal goals. You just can't. Thanks everyone who's watching. Thanks for all the follows on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, please do give us a subscribe. Legends. Thanks for that. Arsenal will just let us have the ball now. Go on, McTominay, lay it off. Ah, fucking hell. Just not quick enough. Good tackle, Delo. And Amrabat, well done. That's it. Get your tackles in. Here's Mainu. Garnacho falls over the ball. Mainu's there, though. Lay it off, lay it off, lay it off. Have a shot, Casemiro. No. Well done, Mainu wins the 50-50. Confidence there. Don't you just love these people who do screenshots of you can't do this, you can't do that, and they've never bloody managed anybody in their bloody life? I just can't be dealing with these hipsters. I can't. I just can't be dealing with it. It's exactly what Ten Hag was talking about. You've never managed a team in your life, and you think you can take screenshots and say, this shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't be happening. You're like, you've never fucking managed anything. Never managed a cat. I think Mainu's playing really, really well. Might as well sack Ten Hag, give the mob what they want, so when Potter or Southgate come in and have the same problems with, we can repeat the cycle, says Bruno. Nice play by Delo. Rasmus lays it off to Mainu. Into McTominay. Why shoot from there? Slender says McTominay talks a lot in interviews. He's absolutely rubbish. Well, he's a greedy shit for doing that. He's on the edge of the box. We're in a good position. We're not going to get into many positions like that. And he shoots on his left foot. We let our defenders with no support. And we're with the ball. We look clueless. No movement, no ideas. Moving the ball so slow. Says Vita. Rooney's at Old Trafford. Bring him on. Says Terence. 300k a week and you can't sprint forward. Get fucked, says Stefan. Why we don't have a centre-back, says Des. Because they're all injured. Lovely play by Mainu again. He's played on, which is not going to help us because it's gone to McTominay. There's no advantage when the ball goes to McTominay, ref. Now Garnacho. Up against Ben White. Whip it, whip it, whip it. Why don't we put a cross in the box? Dan, thank you very much. Welcome to the Members Club. I thought it would be beneficial for us not to be in Europe next season, getting working as a team. I miss the hunger of the old United, says Dean. Michael says Casemiro is at fault, but why isn't Onana screaming at him to get out? Goalkeeper has the best view of the pitch. "33 minutes. Here's Ahmad. Lay it off, lay it off, lay it off. Into Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro. It's not going to go anywhere. And Ben White just gives it to Raya. Fucking annoying. Thanks for the follow, Eric. It's so annoying to concede a goal that's just fucking not Arsenal haven't even had to work for. But this has been happening for weeks. Individual errors from players that you wouldn't expect it to happen with. I don't want to look at the stats again because when I looked at the stats last time, they scored bloody straight away, didn't they? We're in London, aren't we? Trossard's an interesting player, isn't he? I mean, I quite like Martinelli, but the fact that Trossard's took that place as well just shows the strength in depth that they have. I'm not looking forward to seeing that goal at half-time, but Onana's distribution has been... Oh, my Christ. What are we doing? Garnacho got away with it there. Come on, McTominay. That's a nice ball to Ahmad. Come on. Have a run at him. Have a go. He's done really well. Oh, referee! 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 You've surely got to take a look at it. Put the ball out, Wan-Bissaka. Put the ball out. Put the ball out. Fucking hell, ref. Have a look at that. I didn't think it looked like a foul, but... Well, it's clearly a foul. No, he gets a bit of the ball. I think Thomas Partey slips and gets a little bit of the ball. Wow, yeah. I think the ref did get it right. I'm not going to moan too much, but lovely feet by Ahmad. Yeah, Partey slips, but actually manages to get a little bit of the ball up. Done really well there. Yeah, does get the ball. Does get the ball. Man, that was a decent spell for us there. Why didn't we just put a cross in, says Manu in Melbourne. G'day, Mark. How are you even, though it's 2 a.m. and everyone writing us off before a ball is kicked, as Aussies will always go up to watch a match, says James. Yeah, everyone is tuning in around the world. Well done. Absolute legends as ever. Hi, Mark. Seems like Eric is applying the game plan Bayern played against us. Ball in behind and lots of diagonal runs, but quality of play is poor, says Tanishk. How's Onana able to dive for a ball that's coming straight at him? Anyone notice this? Difference between us and City is that we're stuck with our mistakes, says IQ. What do you think of our chance of winning, says Dan? Not great. And do we not want Arsenal to win so City don't win the title, says Tom? City are still going to fucking beat. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka on that goal is absolute shite as well. Well, I've just said it there. I think in relation to Casemiro and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we have to pick them. Sherman, thanks for the follow. Sherman261. We have to pick Wan-Bissaka and we have to pick Casemiro, but they've switched off. Like, Casemiro obviously is at fault for the goal, but Wan-Bissaka's marking's terrible. That's not Wan-Bissaka at his best. That's not Casemiro at their best. They've switched off because they probably know they're going in the summer, and we can't pick anybody else. So we're stuck with what we've got. John, Dylan, Davey, Jake, Tom, JB, Brody, Mark, Cobbets, thank you very much for your follows. Here's Rasmus. Nice ball into McTominay. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, look, there's nobody else, but we've won a corner from that. His passing is shit. Absolute shit. Corner to Man United. Honestly, the performance has been quite good, says Quinton. Well, we've got a corner here, so I'm going to take the risk of having a look at the stats because I really don't think it's been as bad as some people think. It's just a stupid mistake, which makes it all the more irritating. Corner comes in, terrible corner, which is typical. But yeah, we've had more possession. We've had more shots. We've not had any shots on target. We've had more passes. Our pass accuracy isn't too bad. We've certainly had more. We've both had 2 corners. I mean, it's been a very equal game. It just comes down to a stupid mistake, doesn't it? I'd keep Ahmad next season and sell Anthony, says Wackass. Tottenham Man City on Tuesday. Mark, this is why United is such a headache. No Rashi playing and we look solid, but actually Rashford would probably help the attack today, says Polo. And Benjamin says, can you please wish Arian a very happy birthday? He's a huge United supporter and Johnny Evans is his favourite player. Happy birthday, mate. I wish I could say we might deliver you a bit of a birthday treat, but I think we're up against it today. A lot of people saying, what does Scott McTominay do? Well, he gets himself fit and plays. And at the moment, I'll champion that because here's Garnacho. Come on, where's the movement? Final ball, not there. Well done, Johnny Evans. Well done, Johnny Evans, because Havertz would have been in. Amrabat's done all right, you know. Amrabat has done all right. He's covered a lot of space. You feel like he's enjoying himself. Here's Ahmad. Three minutes to go to half time. There he is. The villain of the piece, Casemiro. Good play by Hoyland. And Ahmad does really well. I think Ahmad's played well as well. Yeah. Interesting switch of the play to Garnacho there. I think it was Ahmad who did it. And Garnacho keeps it in. Does well. Lay it off. Oh, he's just always trying to shoot, McTominay. He should have laid it off. Do you think Camboila's an option, says Jamie? I mean, look, Camboila's made a couple of mistakes himself. I don't know. I don't know that Camboila... And who knows how fit Camboila is. Alex, thanks for your follow. Yeah, I've been very impressed with Ahmad and Amrabat. Both played well. And goal kick. Imagine if we didn't have McTominay and we had Bruno. Performing like we are. That's the frustrating thing, is it? If you didn't have Casemiro and you had Varane, Maguire, Martinez or Lindelof. If you didn't have McTominay and you had Bruno or Mount, it'd just make a big difference. Just one or two players. Would you buy Amrabat? Could be cheap depth, says Jacob. No. I mean, look, I don't think Amrabat can come into a game like this and suddenly be a solution, because you'd say, why has he not been a solution all season? Well, look, Johnny Evans. Ahmad, Garnacho over Anthony and Rashford every day, says Christopher. Thanks very much for your super chat. Do I think it was a penalty? No, didn't look like a penalty to me. Bruno Martinez, Varane today. Imagine we'd be way better, says Vitor. Well, Arsenal are back top of the league at the moment, but look at that. Look at that. We haven't done badly. Actually played well. Anana's kicking's been absolute shit. I mean, so we got rid of De Gea because he couldn't kick, but he's a better goalkeeper than Anana, and Anana can't kick. Ahmad over Garnacho, simple, says Zotang. You do realise we can play two. When we get our centre-backs back, would you consider giving Casemiro another chance in midfield? Not sure he's up for it anymore. No, I think he's got to go, Jace. I mean, I was in denial at the start of the season because Casemiro was so good last season, but this season it's been horrific, really. It's laughable. How did Casemiro fall off so badly, says Mario Franco. Cross comes in. Oh, straight to Raya. Three minutes added on. Well, you know what? I'm a greedy person. When somebody gives me a slice of cheesecake, I'm already eyeing up what's left if I can have some more. I don't know whether you like that in life. I definitely am. I always have been. Dessert, I get a slice, I watch it go round, and I see if there's any left. And if there is, I'm homed in on it. I'm a greedy person, and I can't deny that when it comes to dessert. However, if you'd have said to me 1-0 at half-time and we would have played like this, I would have definitely took that all week, considering Arsenal are the best team in the league and we're absolute shite. So I think it's been decent from Manchester United, but yeah, we're still losing and I want more. Amrabat, nice ball. Garnacho, I want more. I want more, Garnacho. Yeah. But I want more. La, la, la. He's going to blow. He's going to blow if you don't move it, Casemiro. Fucking no. Well, there you go. Half time. People will say, why is he clapping? I'm doing a seal impression. I'm not clapping. No, I actually am clapping. I think we've done well. I just think we want more. We're greedy. You know, we don't accept losing games of football. But the cold, harsh facts are, I think that we've done well in that half. We've had more possession. We've not been dominated by Arsenal. We've not really created any good chances, but that's not something I'd be surprised about in relation to this season. We've not been very good at it at all anyway. And we've not really conceded anything apart from the goal, which was totally and utterly individualistic and lazy from Casemiro. And I think Wan-Bissaka could have marked Trossard better, and I'll see Onana's pass out. But realistically, we should be drawing. We should be 0-0 at half-time. There's been a lot of good performances out there. I think Johnny Evans, Amrabat, Dalot, Mainu, McTominay, Garnacho, Ahmad, Rasmus have put a lot of work in. And I think, unfortunately, Onana, Casemiro and Wan-Bissaka, for whatever reason, are just not at the same level as everybody else. And it's cost us on that goal. But other than that, I think, we don't deserve to be losing 1-0. I think it's been a 55% possession to Manchester United against Arsenal. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. We've been very, very careful on the ball. We've been very composed on the ball. It's been a decent half from Manchester United. And look, I'll go back to, this is the best team in the Premier League for me. Certainly since Christmas. Best defence. It's going to be hard to score against that defence. Best defence. A bench where we probably start 6 of their bench players. Well organised. Could win the Premier League. And we've played reasonably well against them today. And you look at our team and it's a bunch of misfits. So look, I don't want to be sat here watching United get pumped 5-6-7-0 and play shit. So I expected us to lose today. The fact that we are unlucky to be losing at half-time and really should be drawing is a testament to the players on the pitch who have been let down by moments of incompetence that shouldn't be happening but keep happening. As I said, I think there's a couple of players in this team at the moment who, for the last few weeks, have just switched off completely. And you can see the drop-off, and it's not acceptable. But there's nothing we can do because we don't have anybody else. You can't take Casemiro out that team because we don't have anybody else who can play in that team, and we haven't for weeks. And you certainly can't take Wan-Bissaka out that team. We haven't got any other fullbacks, so we've got to pick them. And it's unfortunate that the goal comes from that sort of a mistake. But I think I agree with Primo. I think that Ahmad has been so composed. I see a future in him. Zuteng says the crap manager had Ahmad on the bench all year. Well, no, I think that Ahmad has more been about stop-start injury, suspension. I think it's been about, him. Look, he starts the game against Arsenal. If Ten Hag didn't like Ahmad, then he would start Anthony, wouldn't he? So, however he's got into the team, he's got into the team. I don't think Arteta will be happy with that, says Fuge. And look, Amrabat. A lot of people are saying maybe we should keep Amrabat now. No. I mean, I don't know what the problem has been with Amrabat, but I think today he's done his job really, really well. If not Ten Hag, I want Simeone, Ancelotti, but it's not likely, says Mr. Dude. Is Garnacho better than Ahmad? Mate, if you're having this conversation after 45 minutes of football, I think you're on the wrong channel. There are others out there who love to do things like, you know, top haircuts and who's the best looking footballer and who wears the best boots, and this is meant to be like a proper football conversation. Like, how can you compare Garnacho, who's played all season for the last 2 seasons, and then Ahmad, who's only just starting his journey? Can we have that conversation, hopefully, in 20 games' time, when Ahmad actually starts playing week in, week out? Don't get the Amrabat hate at all. Gives us control at the back. Physical, good progressive passing. Played well every time he's played, says Jake. Well, he hasn't, Jake. He hasn't played well every time he's played. That's been the problem. What was the game where Man City came on and fucking gave the ball away? Ahmad's playing really well, says Sean. I'm watching from holiday in Turkey. Big up the Goldbridge, says Dylan. I wish I was watching it at the side of a pool with a drink. We kept playing Amrabat out of position, says Keel. I think Ahmad deserves to stay and play more games, says Milton. Mark United need to do as Spurs fans a favour, says Muzz. And it's laughable, really, says Mario, how Casemiro fell off. I used to love the guy, but he suddenly has become a villain. Can't do the simple things. Thank you very much. There we go. Well, here we go. I just want to watch the goal back. So here's Onana's kick, which is crap. But there's no way. I mean, there's just no way. I mean, Casemiro may as well be a bag of cement. He wants to take the ball from Onana, right? And then Casemiro's not looking at what Onana's done. Now he should be running. He's in a terrible position here. And he can get out. He can get out. And he can't. He doesn't want to get out. Casemiro does not want to get out there. And Wan-Bissaka, terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, it's a sin. It's a sin. Onana's kick is shit. Casemiro we've already spoken about. And then Wan-Bissaka's marking is rubbish as well. It's absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Ahmad seems to step up in big games, but every Arsenal there's a Wolves, so I'm being patient. Add Kamara, Antonio Silva, and a striker in June, says Axel. Mark, why do you have so many injuries this season? Is it just bad luck, or does it run deeper than that, says Linia. Mate, I think our fitness department has been shit for a decade. I think it's well known. We bought Onana. Our possession game is still 45%, and now we keep the 30% of that near our box. Very bad downgrade, says Udit. Could you please wish my girlfriend Mado a happy 20th birthday, says Mohammed. Happy birthday, mate. These players have shown us that they can put a shift in if they want to, says Ria. If only the players could have the mentality of consistency going forward, we're probably in a better position points-wise. And Martin says, not trying to down-talk on Bruno, but I think that's why we're keeping more possession and not giving the ball away. And Ahmad will get pounced on second half. We need to be careful, says Akash. Man United fan for life has gifted a membership. Garnacho needs to raise his head more, says Architect, and look for passes. Asher says we played a decent half of football. Daniel, thanks for being a member for 43 months. Big up everyone on TikTok as well. Anthony's just given us a follow there. Man United's women did win the FA Cup, yes. And Motho, thanks for the follow as well. And pizza. I quite fancy a pizza, actually. Look, what can Man United do in the second half, I suppose, is the big question. When you look at the bench, we've got Eriksen and Anthony. That's it. The rest of them are kids. So we go with what we've got. We're playing again on Wednesday as well. Arsenal have got lots and lots and lots of quality on their bench. So I think the problem with Man United is we're probably going to get tireder in the second half, which is what tends to happen. It's a tough one. I think what I want to see is it not turn into 3 or 4-0, because Arsenal are capable of doing that. I want to see us keep that going, really. Try and keep it respectable, because Man United fans aren't stupid in the main. The majority will be completely aware of the problems that we've got, and will be completely aware that we're doing quite well. We don't want the first half means nothing if the second half, you know, falls into chaos. And that can happen. I mean, the thing that worries me about the second half is that Arsenal can play a lot better than that. We can play a lot worse than that. And the first goal is chaotic. So you just wonder when the next chaos is going to start from, you know, unfortunately, a Wan-Bissaka, an Onana or a Casemiro. United need to stop buying players and buy players with that dog in them. Look at the Detroit Lions, says Bruno, they're dogs. Do you think Garnacho plays better on the right or the left, says Sam. And Druv says, Wan-Bissaka's marking has been terrible since the Oli days. And I think because of the price tag and the connection that they had at Ajax, he took more opportunities than Ahmad. I believe Ten Hag will use Ahmad more next year, says Nikos. Casemiro's got to go in this summer, says Stian. We really miss Bruno. And I heard the Glazers made an appearance at Wembley, 250,000 conveyance bill incoming. Also, why does Onana go long every time, even if the players drop in as an option, says Srim. Was not Casemiro's fault. Delay was too high. Watch the build-up. In every other build-up, he is back, says Anthony. Mate, I'm going to disagree with you. We'll agree to disagree, but I saw it once. I've seen it 3 times, 4 times, and Casemiro is at fault. He's got to sprint out. He can't. He doesn't even want to get out. He can see Havertz, and he can see that Arsenal are going to win the ball. You've got to sprint out. Yes, other people are at fault, but if he sprints out, it's offside. Simple as that. Do you think Garnacho plays better on the right or the left, says Sam? I'm just going to stretch my back here, and I'll have a little think about it. I think Garnacho's better on the left. I didn't go out the room to think it through. I think Garnacho's better on the left because I've always felt that that's his better position. Ooh. Thanks for the follow, Zach and BBL. Appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, by the way, lots of follows on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube. We're currently on the road to 865,000. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Get involved with the United stand. We've got my match reaction straight after this. Then we've got the fan forum. Of course, we're live every night at 8 o'clock and every morning at 10 o'clock as well. It's going to be a big summer for Manchester United. I can say that with total and utter conviction. It will be a big summer for Manchester United. What it will entail, ins and outs, maybe even manager changes, I don't know at the moment. But I really don't think we've been bad today. Keep Ten Hag, give him hard-working players. You will then see the results. It's very simple. Well, this is what I mean. Like, I went on to Twitter, and these bloody hipsters are talking about we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't be doing that. And I'm like, we're actually playing well with what we've got. Like, it's almost like these hipsters think we can play like Man City with what we've got. Like, with what we've got, we've done all right. I'm sure Arsenal fans would say, with what they've got, they've actually done all right. And maybe Arsenal are a bit nervous, I don't know. But I've watched a lot of Arsenal this season, and they normally would have 60-70% possession themselves. And there's no reason why they shouldn't. Why would Arteta at Old Trafford against that United side say let them have 55%? He wouldn't expect that at half time. So why have United got 55% after 45 minutes against Arsenal? Because we're actually doing quite well with the ball. We've actually got a bit of a system. We've actually got a bit of a structure. And I think fundamentally it comes from people like Ahmad and Amrabat being confident on the ball. And it also, let's be honest, comes from the fact that Scott McTominay passes it backwards. So we do retain the ball. We're not creating chances, but we do retain the ball. That's not normal for Arsenal. So I guarantee you Arsenal fans would say, didn't expect Man United to be as possession-based as they have been. But Arsenal can always fall back on their defence. They just don't concede goals. Cross the freaking ball, get to the box, and then pass back. Frustrating every attack, says City Lad. Would only have changed Eriksen for Scott. Ahmad up top, says United 1. Mark, without all these injuries, where do you think we'd finish, says Tom? If we had a left-back for most of the season and Martinez for most of the season, I think we would be around... We'd be fighting with Villa for 4th. Zanny says, I agree it was Casemiro's fault, but Delow's starting position is always too high. Also, Rasmus' hold-up play needs to be better second half, says Zanny. And why aren't our wingers crossing it in, Mark, says Connor. Oh, they never do, mate. Played better, but why is McTominay playing higher than Højlund? Also, Wan-Bissaka looks like he doesn't want to play for the club, says Sheikh. Well, you could say the same about Casemiro. Darren says, can you wish my bro Akil a happy birthday? Happy birthday. What's this? Ian Hobbs, I really don't think I've done that one. Teresa, happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day too. She's the best mother and girlfriend, says 1291 Stegen. Don't you think you need a season out of Europe altogether to get some fitness up, says Amy. Look, I think there's benefits from not being in Europe, but financially we need it as well. Abella, thanks very much for the follow. Big 45 minutes for Arsenal, you know. We're obviously United. That's what we're talking about, of course. But for Arsenal, a draw is a loss. So they have to be a little bit careful themselves. The way we were the better team that half. Kambwala for Casemiro. Maino and Amrabat, good. Need McTominay's box game. Ahmad, fantastic as well. By the way, did you see Tosin story at Old Trafford yesterday? Yes, sacking. I mean, Tosin's not really what I want at United, but financially he might be a decent deal to do. I'm happy to see Ahmad playing well, says Architect. I'd maybe risk bringing Kambwala, Eric on for Casemiro, McTominay and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Garnacho has been dangerous and he'll become even more dangerous if he creates for others. Højlund needs support and crosses. For years, we've complained about McSauce not passing forward. Reminded us today why he couldn't find water in a boat in the middle of the ocean, says Jacob. Not Wan-Bissaka's fault. Casemiro did not try to intercept, says Mr. B. And Evans casually allowing them to cross the ball is criminal. He is at fault as much as Casemiro, says Jayesh. We're playing the blame game. I blame Casemiro. Right, we're back watching this. McTominay should be centre back. He's a waste anywhere else, says War. Oh my God. Garnacho, you can't give that to Delow there. But he did. Well, look, second half, it's going to be difficult to score against Arsenal. They pride themselves on clean sheets. They never shit the bed. I'm not taking 1-0, but if we're going to lose, I don't want it to be any more than 1 because I think there's a credibility to that. So the challenge is to keep our heads and stay in the game. Neville's another prat, says Rob. Well, what's he said? After another season, I can't believe I'm saying this. United were better under Ollie, says Leon. I can't believe you're judging this team, Leon, actually. I can't believe you're looking at this Man United team and talking about tactics and structure. It amazes me. But fair play. Ismo, thanks for the follow. There we go. Rice getting forward a lot. Well done, Casemiro. Not a great ball by Wan-Bissaka. Help him out then. God, run around bloody touch that. Well done, Mainu. Wins the goal kick. I mean, this, you can clip me up on this. I mean, you get all the negativity right, but amongst all this, you've got people like Ahmad, Mainu, Garnacho. You know, I think there's a lot to come from Rasmus as well. But specifically, Mainu and Ahmad in this game. Like, the bright sparks of this team are going to be here for years to come. Delow as well. Where's McTominay going to go here? Fucking hell, mate. Well done, Delow. Keeps it in as well. Needs a bit of help. Yeah, the cross isn't great. Oh, another slip. Cannon, thanks for the follow. It must be a bit wet out there because Partey slipped a couple of times. We've seen Rasmus slip as well. Hopefully, that's a symbol of what Arsenal might do this second half. Slip up. Although, to be honest, I'd never really thought about this, but a draw really isn't good for us, and it's not really good for them. I'd rather, I mean, no, I want United to win, obviously, but a draw would be, it doesn't help us and it doesn't help them. That's the league table at the moment. Arsenal are top as it stands. Interesting ball from into Ahmad, who's done well against Tamiyasu. Needs a bit of support. Got very good close control, Ahmad. Now Garnacho. It's not a bad cross, that. I think it took McTominay and Rasmus by surprise, actually. Thanks for all the super chats today, by the way. I think we've read them all out now. What minutes am I in? 50 and 5. 6. Sorry, 50 minutes and 10 seconds. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It was a good cross. 90 Stephen says, am I missing something here? McTominay at centre-back. The guy never offers anything defensive-wise. Horrible passing as well. Yeah, I don't think McTominay at centre-back is a good idea. I just think people are just despairing about Casemiro, aren't they? What a ball by Amrabat that is, out to Ahmad. Fucking hell. I tell you what, I said that when we bought Ahmad. I do this every summer, so make sure you subscribe. When we buy a player, I do a lot of in-depth work on what they're good at. And I remember saying about Amrabat last season in the Italian league, he was number 1 for long pass completions into the final third, which is what we just saw there. He's got a really good passing range over a longer distance, which obviously we've not hardly seen at all, but we saw it there. Odegaard. Right, we've got to be careful of the overlap here. Trossard. Oh, this is going to go out for a throw-in. Hi Mark, happy Sunday. The season has been tough. Thanks for getting out here every day. Hopefully next season is better. It has been a hard season, and I'm very glad that we've got the FA Cup. And I tell you what, from what I've seen of United today, if we can make little strides every game towards the FA Cup final, maybe the miracle could happen. I mean, it's going to take a hell of a performance to get anything out of Man City. But look, this team won't beat Man City, but if we can get a few players back. YNG, thanks for your follow. Why is nobody showing for a fucking throw in there? Ref, that was a foul. Amrabat. Done well there. Give him a pass. Oh, for fuck's sake. Passes it out for a fucking throw-in. It's not 2-0, it's 1-0. I thought we would have started Kambwala at centre-back, says Luke Davies. Well, I didn't even know that Kambwala was fit. So I suppose that's probably the hint as to why he's not started. And also, Kambwala, whilst has done okay, isn't really an established first-team player, is he? I mean, what game was it? Brentford, was it? Where he cost us a couple of goals? Was it Brentford? I can't remember. So, but I would imagine that if he's only back today for the bench, he's probably not ready to start anyway. Getting a little bit scrappy here at the moment. You don't want to get scrappy against Arsenal because they've got the players that can hurt you. Here's Saka on the wing. Mark, if you could take one player from the United team that won the treble and put them in this current team, who would it be? Says Andrew. Well, wait a minute. Oh my God, they're queuing up. Good block by Wan-Bissaka. Bloody hell, we get it away. We get it away. But Casemiro just gives it straight back to an Arsenal player. Roy Keane. Yeah, Roy Keane. We're a bit lucky there. That was probably Arsenal's best attack of the game, and it was a good block by Wan-Bissaka, and I thought they were going to get Trossard in, but he just seemed to lose his feet a little bit. Someone's, thanks for the follow. It's Saka now again. Starting to come into the game a little bit. Nice ball. Come on. Lovely. Ah. Saka's got it again. Can't be conceding that second goal because they'll... it'll be game over then. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Appreciate it. Only 200 subscribers away from 865,000. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Arsenal with a corner. Very good at corners. Don't know whether I've mentioned that 10 times already. I'm going to flick it in again. Little flick to the back post, over the bar. They're obviously working on their routines. Claudio, thank you very much for your follow, and Sweeper as well. Anyone looking forward to the Euros? People seem a bit miserable in the chat. Arsenal, you might be winning the league. Man United, we're only losing 1-0. We've got an FA Cup final to play for. You've got to pump it up a little bit. Come on. The weather's good. It's got me thinking about the Euros. Looking forward to it. We're going to cover every game on That's Football. England are going to win it as well. Lovely play here. Here's Garnacho. You see, Goldbridge pumps it up and United start. Oh, Garnacho. It's a very good... Was it Saliba there? He's read him like a book. And not a very good book. Good tackle by Delo. Yeah, Garnacho here has got... I don't know whether he's got a pass. But he's got a pass. Because Saliba knows exactly what he's going to do. And times his tackle to perfection. It's a very good tackle by Saliba. Who will win? Spurs team that played Arsenal or this United team? Spurs. I wouldn't fancy this United team to beat anybody. That's our problem. Odegaard sent Amrabat back to Morocco, says Danny on the gas. United have run out of Red Bull again, as usual, says Terence. Well, I did say that at half-time, didn't I? We really do struggle to play for 90 minutes. Best combined 11 since 2013 versus this Man City side, says All Sports and Entertainment. No thanks. Best combined 11 what? Man United team since 2013? No. It's too long, mate. I'm watching the game of football. I'm not doing that. I need a pen and paper and fucking Google. No, not doing it. Sorry. Who would you play up front? Rooney was sort of falling off by then. Van Persie had fallen off by then. Zlatan, probably. No, maybe Ronaldo. Maybe Cavani. Maybe Martial when he was good. See? It's already took too long. Corey says, Euros is going to be vibes. Oh, come on, we should be picking this up. Yeah, good tackle, Amrabat. Oh, Casemiro was the pass. Johnny Evans with a bit of a mistake and wins the foul. Can we have a poll between Casemiro and a bag of sand, says Mark. We wouldn't be so cruel. These players out of themselves. The fact they look decent against Arsenal after looking shit against Palace is revealing. So Jim should start offering mandatory Saudi lessons, says Jason. Here we go. Ahmad's not had a lot of the ball. Goes into Wan-Bissaka. I mean, we don't want to put the cross in. You know why I don't think we're putting the cross in? Because Saliba and Gabriel are good in the air. But we have got Rasmus and we have got McTominay. I mean, if the cross is good enough, he's going to shoot. Ah, fucking hell, mate. Edge of the box. No one near you. That's a great opportunity. It's almost one of them where you got too much time. He's got too much time there, Garnacho, because it's a terrible shot from the edge of the box. You know what I think he should have done there? Focused on just power. He's tried to do something that he probably does in training every bloody week. Just try and curl it in the top corner, but I think from there, just blast it. Mark, Newcastle already starting to buy players. Romano tweet, wish United could move like this, but oh wait, still no Ashworth, says Fergie. And what do you think will start? Who do you think will start at centre-back in the final, says John? Hold on a minute. Delay on the attack. Rasmus wants it. Into Garnacho. Oh, he falls over. He's had a bad few minutes, Garnacho. He's getting a lot of the ball, though. Who do I think will start at centre-back in the final? I think they'll all be back, mate. I think we'll suddenly have too many centre-backs. I think Varane, Martinez will definitely be back. I think, Maguire will probably get himself back as well. Maybe Lindelof. Apparently Tossin's going to Newcastle, says Fabrizio. Also looking at Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth. I mean, I've got to say that's quite a positive. I mean, I do like Tossin, but if Tossin's going to Newcastle, it means we're not getting him. So, have you seen? Oh no, something about Tuchel not getting a farewell today at Munich, but I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. For Bayern or not. Letabo, thanks for the follow. Good play by Mainu. I tell you what I like about Mainu and Amrabat. Mainu and Ahmad, sorry, is the close ball control is so hard to deal with. Here's Garnacho. The low. Yes, that's the... Oh, it's a terrible cross. Terrible cross again. So much time to whip the cross in and he just gets no height on it. And he was on his right foot. Right, Garnacho, come on. Yeah, he's just got to start putting the cross in, I think. Well done, Amrabat. Garnacho's not having his best game, but lovely ball into Rasmus. Holds it up well. Needed a bit of a pass there, and he's going to have to track back on Rice, which he has. What's with this shoot on sight crap? Sub him, says Dan. Well, it's Trossard up against Wan-Bissaka. Oh, for fuck's sake, mate. Everybody's slipping over. What have they done with this grass? Wan-Bissaka slips. Then Amrabat slips. Mark, we actually had one of our better games as a team performance, says Pete. Misha says, hey Mark, currently live streaming and hoping Arsenal win the league after this dub. Much love, bro, says Mishan. Barry says, we've not had a good striker since Lukaku left. Come on, United. Let's just create a chance. Of course, the big problem is we've got absolutely no bench, have we? Come on. Come on. Oh, Amrabat. Come on. Here's Garnacho again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Garnacho has been shocking today in the final play. Well, here he is. And again, his cross is just... McTominay's gone down. Maybe if we could get the women's team to identify as men for next season, says Stephen. Great FA Cup result. Luke says, Garnacho is one of my favourite players, but he falls over a lot. Well, I think actually here he did. I don't know whether... It's not a great cross, to be fair. Thank you for all you do, says Xander. Thank you. Rasmus getting no service again, says Mark Aerosmith. And Shotgun Justice says, if England managed to lose the Euros again, then Southgate should be fired out of a cannon. Thanks for the follow, GodKing77. See, look, such a shame we've got no subs. Yeah, just tweeting it there. I mean, it's such a shame there's nothing on the bench because we've done all right and the performance sort of dictates that you could just do with a little, you know, a couple of options from the bench. You know, if you had a Rashford now or a Martial or a you know, I'm trying to think. You could push Casemiro, you know, bring Martinez, you know, or a left back. We wasted 150 million on Mount and Onana. Would rather have kept De Gea and Sabitzer, rather invested on striker and centre-backs, says Udit. Would you sign Romeo Beckham, says Constantine? I don't know anything about him as a player, so that would be a no from me. And Rashi gets slated for being selfish, but I think Garnacho is just as bad. Also, why the insistence on inside wingers? Why not Anthony left wing, for example, says Michael? Well, he could bring Anthony on. I'm sure he will look at doing that. I mean, the problem is Ahmad's not been in the game, has he? Nice play. Here's Ahmad now. He needs to get into the game a little bit more. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Says Swanee. Here's Garnacho. Delo. Go on, whip it. Shot from distance there. Was it a shot? Was it a cross? Casemiro, it was a shot, definitely. A bit petulant that from Casemiro from there, to be honest. Spray says, half-time you said Amaz was good. He was. It's been a bit quiet second half. Terence Roberts says the body language is better without Rashford in the team. I don't know that I don't think we miss Rashford, if that's what you're trying to say. I think we miss a centre back, a left back, Bruno. You know, we do miss them. I don't think we necessarily miss Rashford. I wish he was fit. We miss prime Rashford. On paper, England have got the best squad. Okay, Ahmad might be coming off here. SPX, thank you very much. Another injury. Another bloody injury. Just can't believe it, can you? It's just mad. Not played bad, but it's the hope that kills you at the end of the day. As United fans, we should be experts dealing with the disappointments, says Mr. Mister. How do you get the live stats and the lineup, says Jaden? We have a feed that we pay for that comes in from a provider. Are there any players that you regret Man United letting go in the past few seasons, says Stephen? I mean, I don't know what Fred's up to. I genuinely don't know what Fred's up to. I've not heard about Fred at all season. But when you look at the options in the midfield, his physicality and tenacity would have been useful. This season. Never wanted Herrera to go. I mean, that was quite a long time ago, but never wanted Herrera to go, no. Ahmad's injured, Moon. Thanks for all the super chats, by the way. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Trouble is, Arsenal are just so good defensively. They get a lot of clean sheets anyway. Amrabat man of the match, says Nost. Oh, bad pass by Amrabat, but Wan-Bissaka's won that well. And then doesn't get rid of the ball quick enough. And then Arsenal have it back with Martinelli. Connor says, Fred's balling in Turkey. I'll take your word for it, mate. Oh, God. Just no... Could get nervy for Arsenal in the last 10, though. They need to win. So do they start to play a little bit deeper? They've not got the second goal, which I'm sure Arteta would absolutely love. Do they get a little bit nervous? I'll tell you what, I'd be nervous. If it was a shit Arsenal team and United needed to win to keep the title alive. No, I mean, look at that by Anthony there. Fucking joke. I missed it because I was looking at my phone. That's a joke, isn't it? Wingers not passing. When will they learn? This is exactly what I was saying this morning about Elise. Somebody on the live chat this morning on the morning show said we don't need Elise, we've got enough wingers. And I said it doesn't matter. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. We don't have a winger that does a winger's job. Man United are bought from the Busby Babes all the way through to when Sir Alex left. Always had wingers who could create. Always. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties. Always had wingers who create things. We haven't got wingers who create anything. We've got to get back to that. It's in our DNA. Mark, what's up with all the injuries? Are we cursed, says Sergio? Yeah, Italy will make it to the World Cup before England wins any cup, says Unruly. Okay. Fred versus David. Camwala's coming on. Which was a worse decision? Oh, we shouldn't have let David De Gea go. My man of the match is always dividends, says Utrid. Fred's bolding in Turkey, says Nick P. Sold Fred, 8 million. Loaned Amrabat, 10 million United business, says the Wheelbarrow. And Northeast Midwest says this was not the man who ran Ajax in Ten Hag. He's been infected. The poison infects everyone, not just the players. And JJ says, come on, Man United, make us London clubs happy. Good play by Garnacho. Where's the pass? See, he's gone past his man. Put the cross in. I think it's going to be Evans. Yeah, he just can't play. Can't play 90 minutes. We said that at the start of the game. One of Casemiro or Evans will have to come off because they won't be able to play 90 minutes. Coco's Revenge says, I'm glad United are playing well, but I really want this season to end. It's been so bad with VAR, Premier League being boring, says Coco. Creative wingers were a trademark of United, says Patrick Lynch. I suppose I was just thinking there, Cynical Bridge. I was just thinking there, is this not basically the perfect result that you could have also almost had a chat with last night? You know, we'll let you win 1-0 as long as we play well. If we play well, we'll let you win 1-0. And it's got that sort of feel about it, hasn't it? Man United have played well with a decimated team and we've done all right. Arsenal get the job done and get the 3 points they need. I mean, obviously that's not been scripted, but I'm just saying it's got that sort of vibe to it. Because I tell you what, a draw does not massively help us and it doesn't help them. Marvin says we haven't played well. I think we have, Marvin. So it's all about opinion. I think we've played well, considering who we're up against, who got available. We've played infinitely better than we did against Crystal Palace, that's for sure. So, you know, from 4-0 loss to Crystal Palace to this, you know, we're never gonna play them like Prime Brazil, are we? Amrabat's just played a bad pass now. Look what you've done, Marvin. You've made me jinx it again. Here's McTominay. Where's his pass? Got a pass. Into Garnacho. Side netting. I tell you what, Rasmus must get absolutely fucking bored. He must get so frustrated. He must just get so much frustration from just getting absolutely nothing. I know we need to clear out, but do you agree the first person you'd sell is Anthony? Says Constantine. No. Would you dislike a switch to 3-4-2-1 like Leverkusen because it gets rid of traditional wingers and goes against United's DNA, says Cody? No, look, the way we play, the amount of times we've got the ball to Garnacho and Anthony and Rashford and Ahmad this season, if you had a winger who could put a cross in, we're fine. We just don't do it. I'm just waiting for the stats to go around. I'm just interested to see what it is. Ooh, tell you what, there you go again. Still got more possession than them. Still had more shots than them. Weird. Oh, how Arsenal would like a goal on the break, though. What is Wan-Bissaka doing there? What is Wan-Bissaka doing there? I mean, him and Casemiro are almost competing for the most. Look, he's not even looking. Look what he does here with his body shape. It's just terrible defending. My God. Good save by Onana, though. Vampire FC afraid of crosses, says Collins. They've checked out, says Mark Bronzebridge. 12 minutes to go. Well, they're good at corners. Don't know whether you've heard that. Headed away by Casemiro. They're going to whip another cross in here. And Anana gets hold of it. 10 to go. There's Rasmus. Make a run. Good play by Garnacho. Needs some help. Corner. That was good. That was good play, that was. Zanny says, Rasmus never makes himself available, to be fair, says Zanny. Yeah, that's why he doesn't get any service, mate. He never makes himself available. Saka's gone down injured. Can we score from a corner? Garnacho has it. He whips the cross in. It's not too bad, but Raya's there to head it down and... Oh, shit. Well in. Well in. Wan-Bissaka there. And then his pass is shit. Anana. Where's the bloody keeper? Fucking hell. What's the point in a sweeper keeper if he's not fucking there? Football, thanks for the follow. Saka's limping again. He's limping. He's limping. It's limping time. And it's Jesus coming on. Because they've got quality subs on their bench and we don't. What's their last game of the season? Is it Everton at home? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Milton says, please give Wan-Bissaka a 4. Played the game, says JJ. Notice we don't concede a million shots without our 2 best players, says Dimitri. I miss Bruno more than my ex-girlfriend, says Extinct. And Rasmus never makes himself... I've done that one from Zanny as well. Caught up on the super chats. Thanks for all those. Another corner for Arsenal. They're good at corners. Odegaard. Good save by Anana. They are good at corners. We have to stop playing 2 inverted wingers, says Mark. Edge of the box. Rice. He'll hit that. Good save by Anana again. They're starting to get their chances in. Anana can't sweep there. He was never going to get there before Martinelli, says Ria. I think he could. And yeah, I liked that from Anana because he actually got his hand right. Normally he palms it back into play. Another corner from Arsenal. They're good at corners. Odegaard takes it. Headed away well by Casemiro. McTominay, who I've barely noticed this half. 8 minutes to go. Nothing on the bench. I think Arsenal should park the bus now and just let us attack for 8 minutes. Wan-Bissaka actually got the flick on. Seven minutes to go. We're only 10 subscribers away from 865,000, by the way. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks for all the follows as well. Nathan's just given us a follow on TikTok. And Digby. Well, we're not here to help Man City. So if there's any Man City fans moaning, we're not here to help you. Far from it. We're here to help ourselves. Has the Premier League title race got a sting in the tail here in the form of a Man United equaliser. Thanks for all the follows. D, the Reds, Nathan, Gerard, Curtis. Put Spurs in a position where they might need to... although if Villa win tomorrow, they can't catch them, can they? So Spurs will just down tools. A lot needs to go Arsenal's way. They need to get home here, and also they need Liverpool to beat Villa at Villa tomorrow, which would then give Spurs an outside chance of Champions League football. Because if Champions League football's gone, Spurs may as well play the kids on Tuesday, because they won't want to help Arsenal win the league. Why not? Why are we not putting the cross in? Fucking hell, Amrabat. We need the Old Trafford Raw, says Jacob. Manu in Melbourne says, Manu, Market, are Arsenal good at corners? Oh, Manu. Should have got a foul there. Should have given a foul there. Not Mainu. All season we played with 9 men. It's unsustainable, says Terence. I'm just trying to get a link. Our player rating system has changed. Oh, he's making 3 subs here. Wheatley, Forson and Ericsson. It's pissing it down with rain in Manchester, which is incredible on a very sunny day. Oh, he's all right, Mainu. Amrabat's coming off. He's had a good game. It's not 1-1. It can't be 1-1 when the game's not even being played. I'd take the loss if it means we don't give City the title. We've already given them the FA Cup. Coventry would have given a City a harder game, says Jack. Who is the first person you'd sell, says Constantine. Can I honestly speak? Can I speak honestly? Oh, Rasmus is coming off for Wheatley. Karen has gifted 5 memberships. I don't like to say this because there's so many people watching. Who's the first person I would sell? I'd probably sell Rashford if we could get £80 million for him. Now, I like Rashford, but I just think that does he suit the way that we want to play? And I think it'd be a really good signing for PSG. I think it'd be good for him as well. I almost feel that it won't happen anyway, but it would raise a lot of money. I don't really think he fits in with the way we want to play. And I think he'd be happier there as well. It won't happen, but I think it could be transformative for everybody involved. And also, there was another reason. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I can't remember what it was now. Karen's gifted 5 memberships. What a legend. I'd take the lot. But look, Constantine, let me be honest. McTominay needs to go. Maguire needs to go. Varane needs to go. Casemiro needs to go. Wan-Bissaka needs to go. Sancho needs to go. Donny needs to go. Ericsson needs to go. Like, there's a massive list of people that need to go. Oh my God. Ericsson nearly just assisted Arsenal. Why have we made these subs? Surely it's thinking about Newcastle on Wednesday night. Why would you sell Maguire? Because it doesn't suit the way we want to play. He's an edge of the centre box. He's an edge of the penalty box centre back, isn't he? Nearly into added time. I don't know what's going on here now. McTominay's a genius. He knows the club can sell him if no one realises he's even in the team, says Penga. Jack Dinnan, thank you very much for your super chat there. Amrabat man of the match, says Cameron. Okay. Right, we've got our player rating system is changing because we're working on something new at the moment. So we're using something a bit different today. It will work the same, but I'm going to drop the link in the video description for you. Cross comes in from Delo. Oh, I'd bloody love it if someone got on the end of that. It's a Google Doc form where you can just mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. So give it a go. I'm going to whack it in the video description as well. There you go. There we go. Thanks to all the members today as well. We've had a few new members. Thank you. We've got 6 minutes added on. There's 4 to go. Look, I know Arsenal fans are going to be absolutely shitting themselves here. I genuinely wouldn't be that worried. I know that's probably going to sound like people going, don't jinx us, don't jinx us. But I genuinely don't think United have got a goal in them. Arsenal making a couple of subs here. Jorginho, and he's on for Odegaard. They're going very defensive here. I mean, this is the problem as well, isn't it? You take Rasmus off to bring a different striker on, and you're bringing a kid on. I mean that's something we don't talk about as well. We've not had another. We've only had one striker all season. No left back, no centre backs. Midfield has been completely decimated because we've had to move people out of position, and. Good play by Casemiro. Nothing up front either. Here's Anthony into Garnacho. Done well. Shooting again. I'm sorry. This needs to stop. It's been going on for years. It predates Ten Hag. It's got to stop. This constant shooting from wingers is just, it's been going on for years. Don't live in Nottingham, bro. Bro lives in Nottingham. Bro, don't live in Nottingham. Bro. Bruv. Bro, don't live in Nottingham. Bro never lived in Nottingham. Bro, don't live in Nottingham. Bro grew up in Nottinghamshire, close to Leicester. Bro never lived in Nottingham. And bro hasn't lived in Nottingham since he was 17, bro. So, bro, off with your bro shit. Bros from Nottingham. I mean, look, I shouldn't bite, but it's Sunday, innit? And it's this toxic hate that people have on a Sunday and other days. But if you don't like me or you don't like the content, like, fine. But what you think you know about me, bro, you don't know nothing, bro. You know nothing. Bro lives in Nottingham. You see, you don't even know. You don't even know, bro. Good tackle there by Kambwala. A minute to go. Put the cross in, for fuck's sake. Put the cross in. Oh, for fuck's sake, mate. Put a fucking cross in. Straight to the keeper. Have we put... Look, we've performed a lot better than the Arsenal game. There's no doubt about that. Sorry, than the Palace game. And we've had 54% possession. We've had more shots, but... It's a quality thing, which it was always going to be today. Saliba's won man of the match. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't think he's had a hard day. But the fact that their centre-backs had man of the match, I suppose Ten Hag could use that in the press conference. Right, whip a cross in. Go on, Casemiro. Put a cross in. It's 10 seconds to go. Put a fucking cross in. Oh, my God. There's 10 seconds to go. Put a fucking cross in. Don't put a cross in. Straight to Raya. Fucking hell, lads. Fucking hell. Ryan Wilson, welcome to the Members Club. Tero says Garnacho is Rashford Jr. Thunder been the most exciting bit of the second half, says Darth. 2 wins in 10 in the league is unacceptable, says Sonu. Clark says Man United are crap. Thoughts on United fans saying they want Ollie back? Here's a pint on me, Mark, says Mally. Thank you very much. Anthony's playing at left back as well, says Wakas. Caleb says your weekly reminder that Manchester is blue. Amrabat man of the match, says Cameron as well. Right, going to get on to the match reaction. And you can do player ratings. You can mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. We've actually got a link for you there to use. We'll go through that on as well. I'm very interested to see who's going to get you man of the match and what scores you're going to give everybody, actually, because I thought there were some good players who played for United today and showed a bit of something that we didn't see. Arsenal's title hopes continue. I think it was always inevitable that we're going to win. And the fact they've only won by 1 goal, I wouldn't say everybody's happy. Arsenal will be happy. But I think that'll be short-lived. I don't see Spurs doing them a favour. I will see you on the match reaction in a minute. Take care.